Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Gavin, and I've been having some suspicions about some things that I think are going on with the engine. So today we're going to dig into that and hopefully find out some stuff. Hopefully it's good news. Better take these things off. So to do what we have to do today and to find out what I want to find out, we need to take the spark plugs out. So I'm going to walk you guys through that process in case you haven't done it before. And it's really simple and it shouldn't take very long.
So the first thing that we need to do to get the spark plugs out is take this little cap off, like that one is already off. I didn't take that one off, it just fell off. I need a new one. So we'll pop those things off, take those two screws off, take this oil filler cap off, and hopefully I don't need to take off my strut tower brace to be able to lift this cover off. Let's find out.
Go ahead and replace your cap so you don't get any dirt and crap in there. Now here's an interesting part. So these coil packs are held on by these little metal clips. You just use a flathead and pop it up, and then you should be able to pull these things out. Keep in mind that these things are specific to each one, so just keep them in order. When you put them back together in the same order that you took them off. Now that all these are taken care of, all you need to do is take off 2 bolts on each one, and they should be able to pop these off and then get to the spark plugs underneath. And of course, these are all 10 millimeters as well.
Something to mention that you're going to want to keep in mind is there's a ground on each side. There's one here, and then on the other end there's one there, so make sure to replace those when you end up putting these back. But what I'm going to do is just do one of these at a time. I'll take all the coil packs out, but as far as the spark plugs go, I'm going to take one out and inspect it and put a new one in, one at a time, because I don't want to leave all these holes open and have potential for dirt and stuff to fall inside the combustion chamber.
And here we go with number 1.
There's the first spark plug. It's got some deposits around the insulation, and it's not too bad though. Spark plug number 2. This one's a little more black, but it's not too much worse than the first one. There is number 3, my friend. And number 4. There's number 5. It's still not terrible, but this one's the blackest one so far.
And now for the last one.
There is number 6.
And no, I didn't hand tighten those things. I've got a torque wrench for that, 18 foot-pounds. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is hurry and put these coil packs back on, as well as the engine cover. I'm going to hurry and try to get that done before the sun starts to go down, so that we can go for a little drive, because we have some stuff to talk about. You're probably wondering why we're doing all this. Alright, now that we are all done with this, we got the spark plugs changed, it's time that we go for a little drive. A, because we need to make sure that I didn't screw something stupid up when we were changing the spark plugs, and B, because we need to talk about the whole purpose of this video. So let's get the car started and cross our fingers. And here we go. Fired right up. So far so good. I've just been driving around a little bit to get the car to warm up so that we can do some pulls. But let's get into why I want to change the spark plugs or inspect them all in the first place. So I've been noticing that my tailpipes are getting pretty black. And not only that, but I've also been noticing, just thinking that with the way that the exhaust smells and everything else, that the car might be running a little rich. Now this does have a Dinan tune. I'm not sure exactly how all that works with Dinan, but this car came from Michigan. I'm up in Utah. The air's a lot thinner here, so there's a possibility that the car could be running a little rich. And I was expecting to see the spark plugs be a little more black than they were, or if they just have a lot of black deposit on them, or if the insulation around the spark plug is really black as well on the inside. That can also mean that it's just running really rich and has a lot of carbon deposits. So we didn't have a ton. I didn't expect there to be a lot anyways, just because this car only has 77,000 miles on it. That, along with the fact that, yeah, my tailpipes are pretty black, especially when I compare them to other E36 M3s that I've seen, knowing that I have a tune on the car and everything else, I'm kind of thinking that I want to change up the tune. I'm gonna have to call up Dinan and see how all their software works, if I can just uninstall it, or if it is a flash on the DME. But they tend to stay more on the conservative side. They give you extra power, but don't really go all the way to the last string. I'm thinking that with the car running rich, we can lean it out just a little bit and get a little bit more performance out of it. So as far as the tunes go, I'm looking at, I think, RK tunes, or maybe I've heard a lot of people run the Shark injector software. What do you guys think? If any of you guys have those, either have used RK tunes, they tune everything from NA E36s with cams, just stock E36s, even up to 1,000 wheel horsepower turbo E36s. So yeah, if any of you guys have any experience with them, let me know, and that might help me make a decision on what I'm gonna do next. But I don't think I'm gonna be keeping this Dinan stuff for too much longer. Plus, if the Dinan stuff is off-the-shelf software and it's not really totally custom to the car, I know that there's always power to be had from a custom tune, and I'm down with trying that out. Now let's do a little pull, just to make sure that everything's all right. Whatever excuse we need to have some fun. Car's still running nice. Still pulling pretty strong. It wouldn't be an episode of Treats on the Streets without trying a little launch or something. We always try to cause a little mischief on the channel. Traction control off. I couldn't resist. All right, guys, don't forget to leave a comment in the comments below. Maybe you think I'm overthinking things a little too much and I should just stick with the Dinan tune that I have. Maybe you've had a good experience with some of the other ones. Maybe I didn't say one that you think is the best one that I should go with. I think it'd be fun to do either way, just to switch things up. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.